everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer. Today we're doing a full face of Chanel with one product that is new to me and a comparison between two shades of Sublimage foundation. In addition, I'm going to give you all the details for the Chanel giveaway. So if you're interested in seeing that, just stay tuned. Hey everybody, so as I said, today is a Chanel kind of day. We're going to do a full face of Chanel, and I'm going to do a comparison between the B12 and the B22 Sublimage foundation. Meray was kind enough to give me both shades in a sample, so we're going to try it out, one side of the face, the other side of the face, you know, obviously. And then I'll do a full face of Chanel. I also have a Chanel product that is new to me, not new, which you guys might be interested in seeing. And then we'll talk about the details of the giveaway. So for this giveaway, all you have to do is be subscribed. It's the most important thing. And in the comments below, tell me what your favorite Chanel product is. So there's no hidden message in the video, nothing. Just literally tell me your favorite Chanel product. And then I'll tell you at the end what the Chanel giveaway is gonna be. I think you guys will like it. So let's go ahead and start with the two different foundations. I'll bring you a little bit so you can see it a little bit closer up. Okay, so we'll go ahead and dive in. So I bought a new makeup table because the one that I bought when I started a year ago, it was fine. I mean, it's fine. It's a fine table, but it's small and, you know, I've outlived its usefulness. So I bought another one, and I bought a more expensive table, but I didn't buy the one that was put together. I bought the one that you put together yourself, and it's in like 10 million pieces. It's hilarious. I'm looking at it and I'm just like, well, that's gonna take me several days. It's gonna be interesting. I actually like putting things together. I enjoy that part of it, but there's a lot. It's a lot. But I'll send pictures. I'll post pictures when it's actually done. Okay, so BR12 on this side is what I usually wear, and then we'll do BR22 on this side, which is the shade that I'm trying. I have the Guerlain Youth Watery Oil all over my face, and I have my brows done. That's pretty much it. So let's do the BR12. It comes with this little spatula thing, which I do appreciate, but I'm also like, I'd rather use my finger. Maybe I'll use my finger. I just feel like it would be easier. I get it. Not everybody likes, I mean, trust me, I understand. Not everybody likes using their finger. It's fine. So now that this foundation is available in the US, I know you're seeing a lot more reviews on it. I really like it. I mean, it's not for everybody, obviously, because no foundation is. You know, it's all preference, but for me, it's a really good foundation for my type of skin. It does have a scent. I've mentioned that before, but I want to continue to mention it because I know that's important. So definitely has a scent. So don't buy it if you want something that has no scent to it. I'm going to use the brush that came with it. It came with the full size Sublimage. The way I use it is I kind of stamp it in. That seems to work best for me, and then like I kind of buff a little bit where I need to, but now again, this could be just what works for my skin. I'm very dry, like very, very dry. So I find that it soaks it up like really fast. I don't really have a reason to like buff it out because as you can see, it just kind of, I mean, it's it's like, and it's in there. Yeah, it looks really nice on my skin. Feels good. It lasts a really long time. You know, I have to say, like, I just don't wear something for 24 hours or 18 hours. I don't really wear things for like, I know people are like, well, you know, it only lasts 10 hours or whatever. I don't know. I feel like if it lasts that long, like that's pretty long. Again, I get it. I know some people have extremely long days. I just don't expect something to really last 20 hours. Maybe I should, but I just don't. So this lasts you know, a 12-hour day pretty well? Is there some, for me, things just sort of dissipate. They don't really, I don't really get a, like things don't really just sort of, that's what I'm looking for. They don't, it doesn't settle into lines. It's not like it's, you know, I see spots or something. It just kind of dissipates all over. That's kind of what I notice. Okay, so that is the BR22. Okay guys, BR12, BR22. What do we think? I don't notice a huge difference. Okay, all right, that's not necessarily bad. Just like right now, looking at these two, I like the BR22 a little more. What do you think? Or am I just delusional and it looks exactly the same? I feel like this gives me a little more warmth to my skin. I'm sure you guys will tell me what you think. And I'll listen because I trust you guys. All right, let's go in with a little bit of powder. Not a lot, but a little, because this foundation, on me anyway, it does sink in pretty quickly, but for the purposes of trying to do a video, it does take a little while. So I could just sit here for 10 minutes. But I don't usually have the time to really do that. So what we're gonna do instead is just powder a little bit. This is, and I'll show you the powder in just 1 second. This is the Glamour powder brush. The brush is enormous. It is a synthetic brush. I have it listed in my description box below in case you guys are interested in it. It's a great brush. I very much like it. This is the powder. It's the Poudre Universal Libre. I hate they call anything universal. Please tell me that's not what that means. Natural Finish Loose Powder. This is in BR12. And the powder. That's BR12. It's a loose powder. I really like this powder. I think it works really well for my skin. This is the BR12, again, is like the pink shade. The BR12 is the shade I have on this side of my face. I actually have just picked up another loose powder, which is kind of funny because like for a long time I didn't wear any powder. So it's gonna be fun to try it out. I actually have a big haul coming. I have like 2 more boxes that are on their way, and I was gonna just do it without them, but I feel like I might as well just wait. I have to wait like 2 days. So I'll just wait and I'll do the haul like all together, but I will be pulling out some of the things from the haul to do some videos in the meantime, just so they're up and ready, like they'll be ready to go. So you may see some items from the haul before you actually see the haul, but you know what? I know you're all mature adults. You can handle it. Okay, so let's move on to bronzer. So I'm gonna use the Le Beige's Sunset Bronzer. I mentioned this a couple of times. I have not seen this back in the US, guys, or sites that ship to the US. And I'm gonna use my Tom Ford 05 bronzer brush. My favorite brush. I love this brush. If I had known at the time that they would never, you know, have it again, I would have bought, I at least would have bought 1 backup, if not more. I'll tell you something, you know, recently Visage, which is the company that I purchased my Chikuhodo brushes from, most of my Chikuhodo brushes from, let us know that there's a line of brushes that they're the KZ brushes that they're not going to have in stock for a while and possibly could be, you know, discontinued. And someone was asking me whether, you know, my opinion of whether they should buy a certain brush. And I referenced this brush and said, if you really love it, get another one, because I absolutely would have bought a backup of this brush if I had known. And, you know, I didn't know. At the time, I wasn't really following what Tom Ford was doing, like day to day. I didn't know that he was switching over to synthetic brushes, and I would have bought at least one. At least, I would have bought at least one. Okay, so we've got some powder down, we've got some bronzer down. So blush, I am going to use the Alizane blush. This is a really pretty shade. I'll show it to you on my hand. It's a really, I mean, it's like, it's got some sparkle to it a little bit. It's a little warmer than some of my blushes, but it's not, it's like peachy. It's not like, it's not tan. It's not terracotta. It's just a peachier pink, and I really like it. So we're gonna go in with the Chikuhodo FO3. This is actually one of my newer brushes. This has I had my name engraved on it because, yeah, I'm a dork. But I thought it'd be fun to have a few with my name on it. And this is one of the brushes actually that is more difficult to get. Not the same as the KZ series that looks like it's being possibly discontinued, but. And I'm just putting this up high on my cheek area today. I've talked a couple of times about blush and blush placement. I actually did a video, kind of like a 101 about makeup. You can put your blush anywhere you want. Don't let anyone tell you where, like, I'm sorry, but I hate videos or tutorials or anyone where everyone's like, this is how you absolutely, no. Don't let anyone tell you. This is how you should do something. If it's about your face or your body or whatever, if you like your blush on the apples of your cheeks and that's where you like it, then you should put it there. Seriously, I'm just so offended by that kind of stuff. But that's a whole nother rant. But there are, if there are placements of products that will affect the shape or the way the way your face looks, the face shape looks. So if you put blush higher here, and the same with like a contour or bronzer, you're drawing your face, somebody's eye up, and you're drawing your face up. The more you put it here, it will pull down your face to a certain extent. But that is to say, maybe that's what you're looking for. I mean, it also depends on the face shape you have. If you have a very long face, and maybe even a non-symmetrical very long face, in other words, it's much longer than it is wide, you might not want to draw your eye here. Maybe you want to pull a little bit more into the middle. It all depends on the structure of your face and what you're trying to achieve. So for me today, I'm trying to do a look where it's more like about my eyes and pull your eye up. But there's lots of times I put blush on my cheeks and my nose. It depends on, you know, the look I'm going for and what I'm trying to achieve that day. Okay, so here comes the new to me product. This is the illuminating powder, the Lion. This is the, I could try to say the French, and I'm gonna screw it up. We know this at this point. I do try, I really do. I'm not good at it. And sometimes I have it in my head and I can hear it in my brain, and then it comes out of my mouth and I was like, that's not it. Like, okay. So I'm gonna do my best. Le Signe du Lion. Le Signe du Lion. Lion. It's close enough. This is in Or Rose. It comes in this really cool red lac packaging. You have the same packaging that you have for all the illuminating powders. There's a whole bunch of different ones, and there's illuminating blushes. And this is the Lion, which is, you know, makes sense. Du Lion. Du Lion. This is in, as I said, the Or Rose. So there's also one that's like a golden shade, I think. I think it's golden. But anyway, I decided to go with the pink, with the rose, because I thought it'd be fun. So let's go in with the Sonia G. This is the classic face brush. This is the little brush. And what I'm gonna use it for, I'm gonna use this as kind of highlighter. It's illuminating powder, so it's not gonna be drastic. It's not going to be what some people would consider highlighter. But for me, somebody who likes a lighter highlight, I think it's gonna be perfect. I'll swatch it on my hand for you guys too, but I'm placing it and buffing, placing and buffing. I do a lot of buffing off camera. For my Chantecaille giveaway, I did ask you guys to put like what I did off camera. I often buff off camera for my eye look, for my face, and I think I've been transparent with all of you guys about the fact that I do that. I don't think that was a secret. It's not like I'm trying to hide it from you. I just don't want you to be bored because all I'm doing is buffing, and like, that's not exciting to watch. All right, let me show you on my hand. Oh, that's really pretty. I'll do a comparison with the other illuminating powders at some point that I have in my collection, but I think that's nice. Definitely has like a pinky shift, but not too much, you know, like not too drastic. I could easily put this all over my face, and I might decide at the end when I buff everything in to use that instead of the BR12 powder. We'll see. Let's see how the look goes. Again, today is just a full face of Chanel. I wanted to show you the new to me powder. I wanted to try the different shades of Sublimage, and this is really about giveaway time too. So, you know, the look isn't going to be like complicated or anything today, guys. This month, like I said, I'm going to have a haul video. I'm going to have new things, but really this is a give back to you guys kind of month. My 1 year anniversary. Still hard to believe. Okay, so this is Modern Glamour. This is the Modern Glamour Quad. I'm not gonna do a full tutorial with this or anything today, guys. This is just, like I said, this is if you're looking for a tutorial on this quad, I'd be happy to do one, but that's not what today is. So I'm gonna try to use all the shades, but it's not gonna be particularly complicated. I will swatch the shades though really quickly for you. This is a really pretty quad. It's not super pigmented, even though it looks a little like deeper. If you're thinking of it like Black Bow in Dior, it's not that. It's a similar color story, but it's not the same intensity. Like I said, it's pretty. I'm not saying, I mean, I like this one a lot, but it's, you'll see. If you compare that to Black Bow, or I think it was Black Nights, the Holiday Dior one, those are much more pigmented color stories. Okay, so we're gonna go in with this this shade here. We're gonna leave the black for like kind of liner, because I'm not really looking for a super deep look today. This is more of like what I'd wear to work kind of thing. Not, you know, nothing over the top. I know we've had that conversation about what over the top is, but I think you guys get my meaning today. This is the Hourglass brush, Hourglass number 6. It is a domed eyeshadow crease brush, and I am trying it out along with the Ray Morris brushes and a couple others. I did pick up the Katie Jane Hughes Spectrum brushes. I bought them, and then I got a notice that they were canceled because they didn't have stock. So they let me order it. I paid for it, and then they told me they didn't have stock, which did not make me happy. But I'm hoping, I'm still very happy for Katie Jane Hughes and that her launch did so well. But so hopefully they'll come back in stock, and I'll get to try them out for you guys. We'll see. Those are also vegan brushes, which is why I brought it up. I'm trying to do, you know, some more vegan brushes for you guys, so you guys can, for those of you who want to make sure that you have vegan brushes, I want to make sure that there are options. Most of my brushes are natural hair, but like I said, I'm trying out some new ones to see how they work. The new Chanel's are vegan. The new Tom Fords are vegan or synthetic, depending on how you want to refer to them. The Hourglass, this brush I actually really like. I think it's working very well. I like the way it deposits color. I like the way it blends. I think it's really good. So this is one I would recommend. The Ray Morris I like so far too. I just haven't used it I haven't used them as much. I'll have a full update. I'm gonna have a brush video update. I'm gonna go into the black with this same brush. I'm just gonna intensify that a little bit. So yeah, if this is one that you've, you know, thought about getting, you want a good crease brush, this Hourglass 6, I like it. I'm just intensifying like the outer corner of it. It's very, what I would say is it's very soft, which is a big deal for me. One of the reasons that I often go to like a Wayne Goss artist brush or a Chikuhodo Z-Series brush is because my skin gets very sensitive. And I need a very, very soft brush, which is a big deal actually. Because, you know, the number one thing is that I can't have a brush irritate my eyes or my skin anywhere. So this is the Wayne Goss number 3 brush. This is the one I usually use for buffing out my eye looks. Not always, but a lot of the time. All right, so I've used 2 of the shades in there. I'm gonna go in with the light silver shade. This is the Chikuhodo KZ07 brush. This is the line that I mentioned is possibly being discontinued. We don't know that yet, but it is a favorite series of mine, so I would be disappointed if it was discontinued, but you know, I understand. You don't want to sacrifice quality. So if they don't have the right, you know, resources, they can't make them. I get it. So just gonna put that all over the eyelid. Then I'm gonna go in and buff it out again. Now we'll go back in with the black shade and the Hourglass. Just deepen that. Yeah, I said I wasn't gonna use the black, but then I started doing it and I was like, I think I want a little more. You know, it's part of it's kind of like mood, right? Like you start doing your makeup and then you're like, you know, I think I'm gonna wear red lipstick today, or I think I'm gonna wear sparkle today, or whatever. I mean, you know, I'm a Gemini. No, I'll be honest, I don't really believe in, you know, the whole like sign thing, but that is to say, like, I am a Gemini in the sense that I have 2 very distinct personalities. Like sometimes I'm like understated, elegant, you know, subtle wash of color, and then other times I'm like, I want everything bedazzled and shiny. So it just depends. Let me buff out the eyelid a little bit. I have a little bit of, not texture, but, well, I guess it is texture. I mean, my eye has like, because my eyes get really dry, I have like some dry skin on like around my lashes, because that's where it gets irritated. And so sometimes the pigment like sticks a little more there today in that area, and I didn't put on my Tom Ford primer because I forgot. So it's gonna stick a little. All right, so let's go in with the white shade. I'm going in with the KZ. I'm gonna put that like in the middle of the eyelid. Yeah, the primer, and I know I've said this a million times in a couple of update videos that I've done, it's working really well for me, but just a really like important reminder, if you are someone who is looking for like something that's gonna keep your makeup on longer, not like, you know, someone who needs something that's gonna help them with creasing, that kind of thing, that is not your primer. Do not buy it. It works really well for someone like me who has very dry, sensitive skin and can't and does not like the primers that are sticky. I don't like sticky primers. I do not like primers that grip. I don't like that. I don't like the feel. It doesn't work well on my skin. It's irritating. So again, you want to make sure that you're buying it because you want something that just gives a smooth surface, and you know, is good for like a drier skin. If you're looking for something that does the other things I mentioned, it's not for you. Okay, so I think that looks great. I love the look. It's elegant. It's, as I said, understated, but also, yeah, it's really funny. Like, I can be very much that way. Like, I do most of the time feel like the things that attract me are, you know, sort of a, I don't want to say simple, but probably understated. I like that. I like things that are kind of a little bit muted, monochromatic, elegant, I think, I hope. But then every once in a while, I'll be like, I want all the shiny things and the, you know, Swarovski crystals. And I have that side of me. It's not as prevalent, that's all. Let's take the Blackwood Chanel liner. I realized today, which is kind of funny, I realized I don't have a Chanel black liner. Like, just black. Don't have one. I had one, this is the Stylo, this is the waterproof ones, these are my favorite. I had one called Black Shimmer, which was my favorite. And I had that for years. And a couple years ago, I finally used it all up, and I went back to get it, and they're like, oh, we don't make that shade anymore. And I was just like, I'm sorry, what? It was beautiful. Chanel, not that you're gonna ever watch this, but if you ever do, bring back Black Shimmer. Oh, I love that jade. It was black, obviously, but it had like a silver platinum shimmer. Loved it. Loved it. They don't make it anymore. So anyway, I don't have a black Chanel liner, so I'm gonna use Blackwood, which is pretty close. It's deeper than Espresso. I have Espresso. But it's not as black as black. I actually picked up another Chanel color that I didn't have before in the haul, so you guys will see that. But I do want to go through and figure out which ones I'm missing and just pick up all of them, because between these and I'd say the Chantecaille, that's, you know, I do reach for the Tom Fords, but the Tom Fords have been discontinued. The ones that I really like. They came out with a new formula, which I don't really like. So I am gonna do a discontinued video because Aileen from Amherst Beauty challenged me on it. She watched my 21 questions video and she's like, you should do a discontinued video. And I was like, I'm gonna get so annoyed. I'm gonna go with my Pencil 1 Sonia G brush, and then the first gray shade I did, just go over that line, under lower lash line and above, because I know what's gonna happen. I mean, I'm just gonna be like irritated because I'm gonna be like, why was this discontinued? And I don't have a good answer for like practically any of the products. Like, I get it with perfumes, I get it with these brushes. You know, they ran out or they no longer can get, sometimes with like perfumes, certain things have been outlawed. You can't, you know, use those products anymore. I understand. Like, you can't keep the same quality, so, you know, you discontinue. That makes sense to me. But the shades or the products like lipsticks or eyeshadow palettes, I'm like, really? You discontinued it for what? Like, for what reason? Because supposedly you're making it better? Because honestly, has it ever been better? Have you ever seen your like favorite product discontinued and it was better? Because I've never seen that. Just me. Like, I'm just, nope, never have. Ever. Just not once. Okay, yeah, I really like that. I think it looks really pretty. I'm gonna curl my lashes, gonna put on some Chanel mascara, and then we'll buff a little bit. I think I'm gonna use the Lion to buff out my face, and then we'll put on lips, and then we'll talk about the giveaway. Okay, mascara is on. I love that mascara. Okay, let's take the Do Lion, not Lee. We'll stamp a little bit. We'll buff a little bit. Now this is gonna give me more of like a, you know, illuminating glow, but I'm not gonna do a lot of it. I'm not like loading up my brush or anything. Okay, what do we think? I think it looks nice. Yes, no, maybe. We've got some lives coming up soon, guys. I'm a little nervous. Not for the live itself, like I can talk, I can do that, but I'm worried of the technical difficulties. That's not my area of expertise. All right, so let's go in with the Nude Brune liner. And let's use Chicness in the Rouge Cocoa Gloss. I really like the Rouge Cocoa Glosses. I mean, there's not a ton of pigment there, I know that, but I don't know, I just think they're fun. I like them, they feel good on the lips. I never have to worry. Like, even if the shade isn't exactly right, it's fine because it's just not that pigmented. So it's just like, you know. Okay guys, so final look. I really love the powder, the illuminating powder. I think it looks great as a highlighter. I think it looks great as an overall powder. The BR22 versus the BR12. BR22, BR12. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'm not sure. To be completely honest, at the moment to me, it looks the same. I think I'm gonna need to like step outside and see how it looks under the lights. I really can't tell a drastic difference. Now, a lot of that has to do with the fact that I have bronzer and blush and illuminating powder, and so, you know, it's kind of hard to tell. I think the BR22 is actually better for me. I think it makes me look a little bit healthier. But anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts. So, all right, so let's cut to the chase, get to the giveaway details, because I know that's why you're all here. So I was trying to figure out what I could give away that I think everyone would like, or at least a vast majority of people. So first, you have to be subscribed to my channel. Second, you have to give me some way to contact you, email or Instagram handle. I'd love it if you're following me on Instagram. I am going to be doing some giveaways over on there, so they'll just be exclusive to Instagram. So if you're not following me on there, you won't see them. So the things that I came up with were the Chanel mascara, which I used today, which is the traditional black mascara. I've been using it for years. Love this mascara, and I think it works extremely well. Second will be the Stylo waterproof eyeliner. I'm gonna do it in Black Wood, which is the shade here, because it's not as stark as black. I actually know a lot of people who don't wear black liner because they feel it's too dark for them. But the Black Wood it's almost black, so people who really want a black shade will be able to use it, and people who are looking for something a little bit less intense can also use it. So those two. And then three will be the Fleur de Printemps, I don't know. The blush and highlighter duo that came out relatively recently. I didn't use it today, but I've used it several times in various videos. So this is a little bit more pigmented than some of the other products that Chanel has come out with, like some of their blushes. I love the Tweed blushes. I love many of their highlighters, but I think some of them, maybe even the Du Lion, I don't know, it would depend on, you know, your skin tone, might not be pigmented enough, but I think this one is. I think it's gonna work for a lot of folks. I actually have to go pretty light with it because I am so pale. So I think if you're pale, you can do it. Deeper skin tones should be able to use it. So I thought this would appeal to a wider group of people. It's so hard, guys, to pick products that I think will work for most everyone. I actually am gonna have a giveaway that is coming up that will allow you to pick the thing. That's coming up soon. But anyway, so those are the three things. So it's the black mascara, Black Wood liner, and the Fleur de Printemps highlighter and blush. So that'll all come together. Again, these things are gonna be shipped from me. So I don't have a ton, I'm gonna be very honest. I have a crazy job. Sometimes I really don't have time during the week to go and mail things, like literally, I don't. So it'll be mailed on a weekend. So I'm gonna do this giveaway today, the day that this is gonna go up. Let me make sure. This should go up the 11th. Is that right? Yes, the 11th. I hope that's right. So this should go up the 11th. And I will give you guys until the 18th to enter. So I'll give you a week to enter, and then it might take me until like the 27th to mail. I mean, I'm giving you guys, you know, a heads up. It might take a little while for me to ship it to you. And then of course, shipping takes a while. So again, US and Canada, I will ship it. It might be April before it gets to you. I don't know, because shipping has been so weird. And my schedule just is iffy. So anyway, I want to set expectations early that if you enter the giveaway on the 11th and I don't close it until the 18th, you might not even get it for a couple weeks after that. Just be aware, because again, I'm a shop of one here, so I'm doing my best. So those are the 3 things, and I'll have the details in the description box below. I think that's it. I always feel like I'm gonna forget something. I have notes, but then I'm always like, oh yeah, I forgot to put that in. If I did forget something, I'll put it down below. I think that's it though. I hope so. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you in another video really soon.